Mongoose 3.
So first week of work is in the books. Overall productive week. I'm getting the hang of the job. I'm succeeding in the job already, which is great because that's one of the things. If you don't see success quick in certain jobs that have performance standards, then they're gonna kick your ass to the curb. So it's good that I'm proving myself and I'm putting in the work. Guys, trust me, nobody is working harder than me right now. And I'm starting to see the early signs of my work paying off, which is great. So I've been slamming the phones. And for you guys who don't know or might be new to this might be the first video you're seeing of me. My situation is this, right? About a month ago, got kicked out of my apartment. I got evicted and I've been homeless since. And this whole series is essentially just me documenting my experience and, my journey escaping this mess, right? I've got almost $40,000 of debt and that's accruing interest every day that passes. So no one's got their back against the wall more than me right now. And, I'm doing whatever it takes to get out because failure is not an option right now. And failure is never an option. So we're going to push through it. And I'm just documenting my journey as I go. So hopefully that's going to help some other people out who might be going through a similar situation. But also what I've realized is a great byproduct from this is on my end, I'm being held more accountable, right? These videos kind of help me, kick myself back into gear when I'm not feeling as motivated and stuff like that. So I'm posting these as much as I can, basically just filling some downtime I have and doing something productive. So like I was saying, I got a sales job from the gym I go to. And I've been doing that since Monday. Today is Saturday. I don't know when I'm going to get this out. I'm going to try and edit this quickly before I go to bed, and then hopefully I can post it. Quick hack for you guys though, if you are living in your car or something like that, Home Depot parking lots have free Wi-Fi for some reason. So I've been abusing that. But yeah, I was mentioning in another video how, my first impressions of my new job were that it's not a succeeding sales office. Like a lot of the people I'm working with just lack motivation, or at least, lack the same motivation as me. I don't expect them to be on par with me because obviously their situation's probably a lot different, but it's super low pressure, which I've had multiple sales jobs in the past, all high pressure sales. So me coming into this is like, I just got finished being a Navy SEAL and now I'm joining the Boy Scouts. That's kind of how it is. I'm on a different level than these guys. I operate on a different level. The only reason I took the job is out of desperation because of my situation. I also mentioned it's a huge opportunity because my coworkers, if they underperform and I perform, how much better do I look rather than if everyone's performing, right? So I can climb up the ranks super quick. And that's exactly what I'm going to do because my desire to succeed right now is completely unmatched in probably a 50-mile radius. This is when I do my best work. When my back's against the wall, I pull a rabbit out of a hat. That's what I do. That's what made me successful in the past. So I'm just going to keep doing that because there's no reason to stop. Never mess with something that's working. So this position I'm in right now is actually really good as far as work goes because they have certain expectations that go along with the job, right? For example, 100 cold calls a day. Back when I was a real estate broker, I was clearing 500 a day before lunch. So I can knock out 100 cold calls easily in about an hour and a half. So if the current top performer on my sales team is knocking out 100 calls a day and I'm doing 300, there's no reason with that volume that I should not be outperforming him by miles. So as long as I stay locked in and focus on my why, on why I want to succeed, then I should have no problem being wildly successful at this job. And I've made this situation worse for myself on purpose just to put my back even farther against the wall. If you saw my first video, what's one of my rules? No help from the government, welfare, any of that shit. I'm in a sense treating this like a game. Now, why am I doing that? Because it's fun. And guys, I'm in America. I'm not gonna fucking die by being homeless. Worst thing that's gonna happen is a little bit of mental strain, right? So this is all a big fucking game. Life is just a huge fucking game because there's winners and there's losers. Right now I'm losing, right? I'm losing, but the game's not over. So if I'm losing, why am I not accepting help from others, from the government, begging for money? Why am I not doing that? Because I'd rather die an early death than go through my entire life not having lived a day. Because one day you're going to be lying on your deathbed, getting that 5-minute flash of your entire life right before you die. And if not memories in that moment, what the fuck do you have? So when I ask myself late at night, why am I doing this? Why should I keep going? Why this? Why that? I remember this is what life's about. Times of uncertainty, times of struggle, times of pain, times of thinking you can't go on, and then driving a goddamn bulldozer through every wall blocking your path to victory. Because if you have an unbreakable desire to succeed, what the fuck else do you really need?